Welcome back to First Comes Love, Then Comes Marriage podcast. My name is Lindsay Jackson.
And I'm Aaron Jackson.
And we decided to talk about hair this episode.
Yes.
So, the thing about it is this is our first season that we are on actually during Black History Month. Usually we're off or we're taking, a season break during the month of February. And so our Instagram is like live with content celebrating Black History Month and encouraging the love that Black love is. But this season, we're on February. So I'm excited.
I'm excited. I love Black History Month. And I love Black history. And I love Black people. And I love my Black wife and my Black kids and my Black family.
Yes, so
and my Black hair.
Come on now. We're about to dive into hair, and I just wanted to talk about it because I have Sisterlocks. And if you don't know what Sisterlocks are, they are smaller traditional locks, if you will. Like traditional locks are hand woven, spun, and Sisterlocks are interlocked with a tool. You can kind of use your hand too, but they're a tool, and there's just smaller locks. And so previously we talked about how I'm a Black queen and my hair, and then I said let's just talk about it. Let's do a whole episode on our hair. So I'm gonna let you start because I could talk forever about my hair.
Okay.
But the relationship that you have with your hair, like, tell me, how's it going? What do you think? What's going on with your hair?
Okay, how is my relationship with my hair?
Yeah, because we talk about relationships.
Great. I love the question. Me and my hair have a very, we have a good relationship. He does, and I'm, okay.
I love the pronoun.
Yeah, oh yeah, my hair is a he. I have hair on my face. I have facial hair, and I also have hair on top of my head. So I'm just talking about my whole head. And I've always had, I like having long hair. So I like having long hair, but also I know that my hair grows. Right now I'm in my 30s and I'm not balding anywhere, praise God. And so I can go, I could do anything with my hair. My hair is very versatile and it's soft, but it's also thick. And I treat it, the older I get, the more I realize that I needed to treat it better. Like conditioning, learning how precious it is, how important it is.
See, if I didn't know we was talking about hair, I would think you were talking about
something else.
Anything.
Well, so hair is, it's kind of weird because it's kind of like when Tupac was talking about me and my girlfriend, but he was talking about his gun or whatever. Hair is very important because it's a way that I present to the world, right? It's how people see me, and I might be looked at differently if I have short hair, if I have locks, if I have like crazy, if I have a hat on, if I have a hoodie. I look different. What is on top of my head, right? So that's why my relationship, I realized that I have to be conscious and I have to be purposeful with my hair. But yeah, I have no problems with my hair. I love it. Sometimes I cut it. Sometimes I grow it. Me and my beard have a special relationship. I kind of use it as it's almost like a prayer sometimes in my beard. I make it more spiritual than it has to be. But back in the day when I was in elementary, I used to be called, this one girl, oh my goodness, I went to summer school, which I should have never been in summer school. I don't know why I was acting up in regular school to go to summer school. And there's a girl, I went to Perry and Gardena. And this girl used to call me cockroach, and she used to say that my hair was nappy. And there was a song that they used to sing, clean up, everybody,
you can't stand
everywhere.
that song.
I hate that song because this girl used to go, clean up, clean up. Everybody, everywhere, clean up, clean up. Aaron needs to comb his hair. And
Oh, kids are
I used to
mean.
hate that thing. But
Oh.
but now, like, I love my hair. My hair is gorgeous, and I can do so many things
Wow.
with it. And it's really about my own self-love. Like, how I see myself, how I want to present to other people, and also me not caring what like, I care what other people think about me, but not as much as how much I love myself.
Right. Yeah, it starts there.
I haven't ever got to the point where I completely don't care what other people think, but it's so they only get a little vote compared to myself. So that's my relationship with my hair. He does whatever I say, and sometimes I'm like, let's braid it up, let's grow it out, and sometimes I'm like, let's fade it up, let's brush it out. So
come on,
that's how it is. How is your relationship with your hair, Black woman?
Oh my goodness. First, well, okay, I'm gonna go to me in a second, but your hair, it's funny because, like you said, it grows so naturally. People are like, Erin got a lot of hair. Like, your hair, your facial hair is so thick and lustrous. Your hair is beautiful and you can do anything with it. And the fact that I'm braiding it now, I just feel so special. I don't know if you all voted on the last episode or the Am I Wrong, but you still have time to do that. And it was about me braiding Erin's hair. But I love your hair. And so, yes, it's funny because when we got married, you just had a goatee. And people thought you looked like
Jesse L. Martin.
Yes. And so, but with a beard, they used to think you looked like the basketball player, the beard guy.
Well, they say James Harden.
Right.
Yeah, I get a lot of different people. But
yes.
Yeah, James Harden. Sometimes they say Karl Malone.
Depending on your hair, you can look like any famous Black person.
Yep.
So I love your hair. And hair is so funny because for me, it is rooted in our culture. It is rooted in who we are as a people. And so you were talking about, like, you can make it spiritual. Yeah, it's who we are. And I have Sisterlocks. I got my Sisterlocks because my mom actually got them first. And my mom was deployed to Iraq when I was going to
college.
I was in college. Yeah. And it was just kind of an homage to her, but I ended up, of course, loving them because I have that 3C kinky, coily, can't comb it out, beautiful hair. And growing up, I was teased. Of course I was teased. Like, when you're talking about like that's crazy. I don't know who this girl is teasing you, but I wasn't teased like that. I was teased because of my kitchen. I could never comb that kitchen up. I watch Martin all the time.
Oh, what's the kitchen for the people who don't know what the kitchen is?
The kitchen is the back of a woman's head. I mean, the back of a person's head with the short hair that doesn't lay down. And another race might have a hair that lays down in the back. This hair coils up and you can't ever brush it up into if you have a ponytail.
You can't ever.
I can't. I can't. And so that's my kitchen. And on Martin, he used to always tease Pam. He'd be like, Beady Bees. And I laughed so hard at that. And I would think if somebody was making fun of me that way, actually, I would be so offended. Not now, but back then I would have been, because I was just sensitive about my hair. I kept my hair in braids. Erin knew me. I went from braids for like 2-3 months straight. I would take them out for a week, do a press straight. It would be pressed for a day.
Hot comb.
And then it went straight back to braids. This was my hair style until I got locks, pretty much.
Yeah, because, sorry to interject.
No.
Our prom night, you had a weave, and it was like the first time you ever had a weave. Like, I've ever seen you with a weave.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so
I have to put that up. Yeah. I have to show you my hair. My cousin did my hair. And mind you, we had somebody that did hair in the family. So it was no reason why I couldn't keep my hair getting done, but it was like,
Yeah, you always have braids.
I was a
We call them
dancer.
county specials.
Yeah, and I swam, and I wasn't that type of girl. I did swim.
You didn't start swimming until college, but keep going.
Okay, well, I like the water. And either way. My relationship with my hair growing up was rocky. I didn't find the love for it until I put my locks in. And even then, like, I remember putting my locks in my first year in college, and I came back and you were like, whoa. Because I cut all my hair off to put them in.
I called you Peter Pan.
You did. You used to call me Peter Pan because I couldn't put it in a ponytail. I couldn't do anything with it. And
we weren't boyfriend and girlfriend there either. It was in between. It was in between. Like, we had a gray area because she went off to college, and we were like, we love each other, but let's take a break.
Yeah.
And we cried so much on like our 3 year when you got on the plane to go to New York. And yeah, when you came back that summer,
I had locks. I put locks in. Yeah.
These little
bitty
locks.
I gotta show pictures. And so I had a year of transition of like it not looking great, and I thought it looked great. I mean, I didn't care. And that was a phase of my life, like you're talking about now, like I was like, I don't care. This is my hair and I love it. And I love it now, even through this, what is called a postpartum stage, which if you don't know, it doesn't have to happen all the time, but most of the time when you're pregnant, your hair grows thick, and it can be thick and beautiful. And then when you have the baby, your hair starts shedding and falling out. And this happened with all of my children. My edges, just why I'm kind of doing this style right now.
It's so beautiful.
Thank you. My edges start falling out, and my locks will get a little weak, but I love my hair, and that's my relationship with my hair. I want to say one more thing because I'm empowered too. I remember starting my current job at Lion King and going to work, and we have to be fitted for everything. And this was my first job. Mind you, this is a so-called all-black company. But I had to be fitted for wigs, and I had to do what's called like a bubble head. And the head director at the time was like, what is this? What is this? And can you cut it off? And he made me feel terrible. I remember calling my best friend like, should I really cut my hair? Because I wanted this job, right? I had auditioned and prayed to be on Broadway.
It was a dream.
It was a dream, exactly. And I was seriously considering cutting off my locks because he made me feel like my hair was not good, to put it simple. And I thank God that I had the sense to be like, no, I had to educate. And yes, he was a white man, had to educate this man and say, no, these are Sisterlocks. These cannot be taken out. I will not be cutting them out. I've already been hired with this hair. And so let's work with it. And then
they found a workaround, which is like, it seems like, oh yeah, let's see what we can get you to do first. And then instead of like, why don't you just come do the workaround first? You know what I mean?
Let's work together.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like with black hair. And I still see things that's like, oh, the state just approved that kids can come to school with this hair.
Oh yeah, I just saw that like in Chicago.
Exactly. It's ridiculous that, our kids, and we'll talk about this later, but it's like, yeah, this is our hair. This is who we are. And if you hear the passion, that's because I am passionate about it. And we have our black boys, and sometimes we braid Action's hair, and this is who he is. This doesn't make him look like what you might think a thug or whatever it's supposed to be, which is why you would reprimand this hair. But it's so crazy to me that the first thing would be to ask you can you change your hair, right? Because I'm going to have another job in the future, and I will not be changing my hair. So that's my relationship with my hair.
You're really excited about this. And I love it too. Welcome to the Am I Wrong segment of First Comes Love, Then Comes Marriage podcast. This is where I give you something that's going on in our relationship and you tell me who is wrong, who is right. It is February. It is Black History Month. Also in February, on February 14th, there's a holiday. The worst holiday in the history of holidays. Unless like somebody celebrating like Satan Day or something like that. But this is a close second. It's Valentine's Day coming up. And as you can tell, I am not a fan of this holiday only because I show love and appreciation to my wife. I give her flowers. I do the extra step. I go get cookies sometimes. I just do things for her. I might come home with something for her. I come home with gifts. I tell her how much I love her. I appreciate her. I do for her.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I need to celebrate this holiday? And I feel like the only reason to celebrate this holiday is so other people knows that I love her and appreciate her. But we have a podcast about love. So, am I wrong? Should I be giving a pass for this non-important holiday because I am such a good husband and good role model for my sons and I show them how to love?
Yes. Let's start there. He is a great husband and a great father. So we're not arguing that point.
No, that wasn't my argument.
That's not it at all.
Okay.
Now, should he still get me a gift for Valentine's Day? I mean, we get each other gifts for Valentine's Day. So also, I get him a gift for Valentine's Day since we've been married. It's our dog Christmas coming in. But here's the thing. I don't succumb to the huge grandiose gestures that they want, that the Hallmark, calendar holiday is going to say. No, we don't need to do that. So just a simple boop, I love you. That's it. And I don't see the harm in that. So.
Okay, see, y'all been here. I mean, most of y'all been here all 3 seasons, and y'all getting to know Lindsay. She ain't got a boop, I love you bone in her body. But okay, so you can call the voicemail at 347-TRUE-LOVE. That is 347-878-5683.
You can DM us on Instagram for real, because it's coming up. First Comes Love TCM. Let us know so he can really, get the little gift together for me. And I already have what I'm getting for him also. Or you can email us, let's talk at firstcomeslovethenComesMarriage.com. Welcome back. We are still talking about hair, and I've got a good question because we're talking about relationships. Do you think that you should include your partner when there are major changes? Like, if I wanted to cut off all my hair, should I include you in that decision? What do you think?
Yes, because we're married, but I only get 1 vote. So I do this a lot. Like I wear suits to work, and so I ask Lindsay what she thinks about this, what she thinks about that, and sometimes she disagrees and sometimes we agree, but she might say that she likes something, I might change it, or vice versa. I might really like it and she says she likes it, or I might not like it and she says she likes it, and so I wear what she likes more. So because it's my body and my decision, I'll go off of that. But with that, I will say that you do have a strong vote. So one thing is, Lindsay does not like men in locks. She told me this when we were younger. So she does okay. She doesn't. She said that she would prefer me not to have locks, and she prefers my sons not to have locks. So I have long hair right now because of the pandemic. Like, I grew out during the pandemic, but my hair is long enough to lock up, but I'm not going to get locks because, I mean, Lindsay said that. So that was a decision that you said, but I could also get locks. Like, you locked in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're married to me.
Absolutely.
You got 2 kids right now.
Absolutely.
So I don't feel like me getting locks is a deal breaker. So if I got locks off of something, and I don't know, maybe I found the one love religion or something like that, and something was going on, then you just gonna have to deal. Like, we're gonna have some discussions about it, but you had your opinion, and I took it into it. It's like duly noted.
Yeah, but then do you consider it disrespect that you would do something even though you know I don't like some? So for instance, Aaron does not like women with short hair. And when we say don't like, we don't mean like other people.
That's not true.
Just a preference. Okay, well, when I say I like men who have locks, I would prefer Aaron to not have locks.
And I would prefer Lindsay to have the hair that she has.
Exactly.
Yes.
He does not want me to have short hair. He does not like that. Even though technically, I've never had bone short hair. So you don't.
We just talked about when you.
It was short. It was short, but it wasn't. You know what short I'm talking about.
Okay, but also, I understand what you're saying. I'm
so
sorry for cutting you off.
if I got it, would you consider that a complete disrespect? Because I know that you don't.
Because of, and I'm saying no because of my relationship with my hair,
Mm-hmm.
and how I feel like hair gives that confidence to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, after a fresh haircut, you can't tell me nothing.
Nothing.
If I got a fresh hair, it's like, after I come out with fresh braids, or like if I'm rocking my fro and it's fluffy and it's out there, like, I'm feeling good. You can't tell me nothing. So I know the confidence that it brings me by myself, without you hyping me up or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand that hair is a personal decision, even though I'm with you. But we are together, but we're also individuals. So I can hold it against you, but I'm still gonna love you. Hair is decorative, and hair is a choice, but also it cannot be a choice. So, like, if we had chemotherapy and we had to cut off all our hair or something like that, I can't be so superficial where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm leaving you. So hair is a preference, but it's not like a deal breaker for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I feel like it's not completely disrespectful.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Do you think I would need to check in every time?
No, I completely agree with you. I mean, you grew out your hair without a conversation to me, and it was perfectly fine. It was understood, especially because hair is also costly. I mean, especially, I don't know, I'm like, especially black hair. Okay, and if you haven't noticed, we have Shine here with us. We almost made it through, but he said he want to come and join us, and so he is here. And speaking of hair, our 2 boys have completely different hairs.
Mm-hmm.
Action has my hair, and Shine has Aaron's hair. And so Action cannot take for his hair to be combed. He's I don't want to call him tender-headed because I don't know if he is yet. I just know that it is thick, lustrous, beautiful hair. And we say it to him all the time. Your hair is gorgeous. Your hair is beautiful. Because, like you said, you never know when there's going to be some crazy person coming in to tease you about something that is gorgeous. And Shine's hair is more fine and also gorgeous and beautiful and thick. So, anywho, no, I going back to the question, I don't think that you need to check in. It's just a question because it's almost like old school mentality. Like, I'm going to check with my person and I'm not going to change anything physical about me without their approval. And, you know, you want to please them. But like you said, I'm also an individual. You're also an individual. And you got to do what makes you happy. because I can't make you completely happy. Only you can do that.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
So I had a question. I had a question for you
mm-hmm.
regarding hair and business and everything. Why do you think hair is such a important topic when it comes to like businesses? Like, to make sure, like, people have gotten sued because of their hair.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have been broken up. It's like $1 billion industry. People buy, sell hair. They donate hair. Like, wigs, all these things are so important. And why is hair so important to you?
Well, like you said, it is your first impression. Anything that is on your face, on your head, it is your first impression, which is why I think like teeth is also $1 billion industry, dentistry. That's what's your first impression to people. I mean, now we wear masks all the time, so maybe people can get away with that.
Mm-hmm.
But not your hair. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's what people see. And so as far as business is concerned, we already know we're the minority. So people like what they're used to. So straight hair, people like what they're used to. Some people are curious about like, wow, what is that? Like, I still get that. I'm on the subway in New York where, it's the melting pot, and someone will still say like, wow, what is that? Or can I touch it? And if you haven't heard, don't ask and don't touch a Black woman's hair. It's just not acceptable. You got to be friends first, just for real. Like, it's just not acceptable. But the curiosity is fine. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. And the curiosity under the umbrella of love and appreciation, not curiosity because it's just, I'm different and maybe like an artifact. That's not it. But as far as business is concerned, yeah, they want you to be like everybody else, and we're not. And our hair is not. I literally saw something the other day about how hair can change, and I love it. I love it so much because we can do so much with our hair. So it can be professional, or what you deem professional, and it can also be whatever I want it to be. And so that's just what I think about it. First impressions, first impressions make the difference. So, thank y'all for joining us on our 5th episode, talking about our relationship with our hair and all of that. You can tell us about what you think, anything that you want to share about your relationship with your hair, your relationship with your partner and their hair. And I know people have some great stories, because Erin was bringing up like chemo and then transition and change. And yeah, hair goes through a lot of changes, like my hair right now. So please feel free to reach out. You can DM us on Instagram, First Comes Love, TCM.
You know what this episode kind of reminds me of why I feel like hair is so important? It's because in the Bible, it was like Samson and Delilah. It was like, don't cut your hair. And how the head is the head of the household, and so the hair is on your head and it's your crown and stuff like that. So I always feel like hair is important because it's on the head. It's where the crown is, where the leader is. So
you can email us, let's talk at firstcomeslove, thenComesMarriage.com. See you next Friday.